The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
She comes out and says, lift up your sunnies. And because I was wearing Polaroid sunglasses, I couldn't see the digits on the bowser.
Cutting a piece of skirt and he cut on the short edge and nicked his rude finger and cut a tendon.
Dumbass Anonymous.
I remember that one from last week. He nicked his rude finger.
Rude. Well, I call it my rude finger.
Do you?
What would you call it?
Middle finger.
Middle finger.
Oh, I call it rude finger.
Yeah. It's, Saturday I made a little bit of it just to kick things off here.
Well, there's a protocol, mate.
Go on.
Hello, everyone. My name's David. I'm a dumbass.
Oh, hi, David. We know.
Was it really necessary? No, it was just it was at the races actually, off the back of what we're talking about with Antino. I told Ash this before. No, because Forex were the major sponsors.
Yeah.
I was with the Forex guys as a Forex ambassador, which I am. And we were up. I wanted to watch the race. Obviously, we were up in the suite, and I thought, okay, here we go. We're getting ready, and the boss, Chris, the boss of Forex, goes, "Yeah, you want to come downstairs and come down for the presentation after the race?" And I was kind of like, I've sort of been there, done that. I'd rather start up here and watch it with my mates. Yeah, I'm having a beer. Go, well, no, don't worry, you guys go down. Then, of course, Antino wins, a fairly famous Doomben Cup historic victory, a Queensland horse. I would have been on stage with Tony Gollan handing over the cup.
Yeah, your mate. Like,
Yeah.
That would have been
a
me.
magic moment.
Doing that. But no, David was too busy
Hanging out
smashing
with his
Forex
mates.
golds with bloody Peter Pasoltis. So
that opportunity will never arise again.
A big dumbass moment. I didn't even see the paper yesterday. I presume it was on the back page or close enough too. But yeah, so dumbass David made a bad decision.
Who else has done a dumbass thing? 13 24 10. If you've done a dumbass thing, we want to know about it. Have you done anything dumb over the weekend?
I have, but I'm just going to have to put a bit of thought into it.
Weekends are big dumbass times, like percentage-wise.
Usually people up ladders. That's a dumbass thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even attempt that.
No.
No.
Have you done anything dumbass, Mitch?
No, I think I'm clear for this weekend. I've only used it up the last couple of weeks, so I tried to be clean this weekend.
Yeah.
But this is where we can do it for you. We can go into the cone if you want to remain anonymous. This is Dumbass Anonymous, so...
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
Dumbass Anonymous. Now, producer Lockie's come in. Would you like to also go into the cave the cave.
The cave.
Oh, my
You're
goodness. I'm
always
so
going to the
sorry.
cave, Mitch. Let's
a
go
cone
in the
of
I've never been
silence.
invited into the cave.
I would like to
get
go
down
to the cave.
No one's allowed
just
in the
to
cave.
get some
You're not
prizes.
allowed to.
All right.
But no,
That's
I'm
where
not allowed
Lutzi
to.
has his special time.
Well,
Yeah,
can
but you kind of do. You use
Yeah,
that
but
trade-
I'm-
you
You
use
coordinate
that tradesman
deliveries.
Yes, yeah.
Entrance. And
I'm only allowed to sign off on the deliveries into the cave. I'm never actually really allowed to go in there.
Yeah, no.
Okay, what dumb did
But the
you...
cone.
Well, we can go into the cone.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll be what my recliner sounds like when I'm old.
I can't wait.
When I've done watching
chair like
Love It
that.
or List It for the 15th time that day.
Well, what'd you do, mate?
Yeah, well,
What happened?
This is a couple of weeks ago, but I've been letting other people on the team throw themselves under the bus, and it's only time that I come clean. I'm the captain of my local Div 4 soccer team, and first game of the season 2 weeks ago, decided to carpool because that was the thing to do. We're playing like 35 minutes away, 45 minutes away. And I get to the fields after making sure that everyone else in the team was organised, making sure that they arrived on time. I rock up and I look in my bag, realise I forgot my boots. So I had to drive back home, missed out on kickoff, didn't get to run out, with the team.
And you're captain.
And I'm captain.
Come on, mate.
That is
So-
dumb.
Sorry, yeah.
It's not setting a very good example.
My name is Lockie and I am a dumbass.
And you've got ridiculously small feet. So it's not as if you could borrow anyone else's, unless there was an under fours game.
He might kick better, though, because there's more surface area.
Yeah, that's true. But his feet are like, if you ever get a chance to have a look at him, like
I have to go to a specialist. I can't even go to Rebel. I've got to go to a specialist store.
Yeah, baby rebel.
Do you
Yeah.
actually? Do you have tiny, tiny
Yeah,
feet?
it's like a size 4 women's.
Are you like a hippopotamus with like the little twinkle
Yeah, little
toes at the
tiny
bottom?
feet, little tiny
Actually,
feet.
that insinuates that you're big, which you're not, but
Anyway.
No, he's normal size.
big in
He's
stature,
yeah.
but not a
I
big
guess
unit.
13, 24, 10 though.
Yeah, 13, 24, 10.
Yeah, if you've got a dumbass story.
Should we say hello to Cassie?
Yeah.
Cassie. Oh shit! I meant to say your name.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, we're in the code.
No, we're in the code. We're in the code.
You can't put the name up, and no one can hear it anyway.
No one can hear it, so we can say
okay,
it.
we're sweet. We're
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
So what happened?
So, hi, my name is Kathy. I'm a dumber.
Hi, Cassie.
So, on the weekend, I was cutting kindling with a tomahawk axe, and I cut off about 5 mil of my finger.
Oh, dear.
What?
Was it your rude finger?
No, it was my pointer finger, and to make it worse, when I was 7, also with a tomahawk axe, I took it off. I did the exact same thing on the other hand.
Why are you allowed axes, Cassie? You can't have them. You keep chopping digits off.
I thought I grew out of it.
Have you had anything to do with a tomahawk axe since when you were a kid and you chopped the other finger off?
No.
So
My dad
you're-
never let
you're
me
saying-
have one again.
Just
Both
out of
times I've grabbed one.
Just out of interest, what exactly do you use a tomahawk axe for in the day-to-day suburban life?
To cut kindling for firewood.
Kindling, right?
I thought it was going to Northland Shopping Centre.
Oh dear.
Sorry, that's bad, isn't it?
That's okay. It's in the cone.
It's a Melbourne thing.
Let's get out of here.
The Ash, Lutzi, and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
So, as I was telling you earlier, let's see, stop scrolling. I'm talking.
Are we back on, are we?
I want to tell you about me. No, I want to tell you about my holiday, Tangalooma, which was amazing.
I like
Absolutely
that you
amazing.
describe it as a holiday. And
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
just a weekend away.
It was, but it was a mental holiday for me.
Reset.
I just took off and just phone, didn't use it except for videoing.
Buzz, just to change topics
what
real
about
quick,
that?
Buzz has just come back from a week's holiday and he legit put his phone away for a week and didn't pick it up for a whole week. That'd be tough. It's tough stuff.
No, it feels really good. It's really
I bet it
freeing.
would. I bet it would.
That's
Yeah.
hard to do, though.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I don't need to check in with anything anymore. I feel kind of sort of. But anyway, so amazing trip, except it was nearly ruined or borderline ruined on the first night. So we were renting an apartment in the main building at the end of the jetty.
Yeah, it's nice, that apartment, or those
Oh,
apartments.
yeah. I know
Yes,
where you are.
they are, usually. Unless you've got people who have been to a wedding on the beach
Making sweet love.
and then, no, decide to hold the after party
Oh.
in the apartment above your bedroom.
Not the reception, but the
After
After
The
party.
unofficial
Right.
after party.
So-
I've been guilty of that for
the kick
weddings.
on.
We've gone to bed, quite early because we're all knackered. It's our first night there and we've kind of just got there and fallen in a heap. We've gone to bed at 9. Then at midnight, we're up just staring at the roof. They're moving furniture around. They're yelling and carrying on. All the doors are opening and closing because they're all in different apartments. And we're like, okay, midnight, fine, it's a wedding, whatever. Got to 2:30 a.m. It's still kicking on. And what's weird is Jeremy and I are laying there kind of paralyzed. We're like, we know we're not going to fall asleep until this party's over. Yet we're more happy to lay there for hours and do nothing about it. Like, it's been hours at this point.
You've almost got to go upstairs and go, look,
Well,
let's join the party.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say go up and tell them
Whinge.
to
yeah,
pipe
but
down.
I was trying to sleep bank. This is my sleep banking holiday because I got surgery tomorrow and I'm trying to be all well.
Fair play.
So I was doing wellness.
Yep.
And then I put the ambient rainforest music on and then that's not even working. And I'm laying there. I'm like, I'm going to ding-dong ditch these bastards in the morning. I'm determined. That's when
Early.
you go and ding-dong and then run away.
Did the rooms have
We used to
ding-dong?
call that a knock and run.
Yeah,
Ding
knock
Dong
and run.
Ditch is a better name.
But then it got to 4 a.m. And I went, well, this is the time I normally wake up. So I was like, bing. I'm like, right, Jeremy, put your pants on. We're going upstairs. So we went out, went up the elevator, went and knocked on the door, and they seemed really nice. But
So you didn't do a ditch? You
No,
you
we
stayed for
You
confronted
it.
just did
them.
a ding dong.
and I never thought I would be a confront. Like I.
What
didn't-
did you say?
Well, I started it because
They would have
Jeremy.
gone, we're asleep.
'cause
What
it
do
was,
you missed.
it was a woman who answered the door.
No, hang on. Were they still partying at
They
4
were still
o'clock?
partying.
Oh,
No,
right.
yeah,
I
so-
thought they'd finished up.
No, they're still partying.
Yeah.
And so a woman opens the door and I'm like, I'm going to play victim card here. I'm like, our bedroom is directly under your party. And then Jeremy went, nah, bugger this. And he went, it's 4 a.m. Have some respect.
We went hardcore with that English accent.
Yes.
That scary English accent.
And then she went, I'm so sorry.
Oh, did they back down, did they?
Yeah.
Because they could have gone 1 or 2 ways.
I know. But then...
You know what I mean?
They could have said, shove it up your pommy ass.
Yes.
They could have easily said that if I was blind.
No worries, sir.
They could have,
You know?
but there are advantages to people recognising you because I think she knew who I was.
Oh, okay.
So I think they were like, oh, God, we're going to end up on radio if we don't shut this down. So they did shut it down. But the next morning, we all stagger out at 8 a.m. And I chat to the family. They're all the same. No one slept. None of us have actually spoken about it, but we're all up all night. And Taylor and Charlotte, I said to them, should we go and ding-dong ditch these bastards and wake them up? And they're like, yeah. So we all went up, we bashed on the door
What time
and
was
ran
this?
away at 8 a.m.
Oh, so you did do a ding-dong ditch.
We did a ding-dong ditch, but then they came and ding-dong ditched us the next night at 11 p.m.
Really?
And then we kept running into each other in the elevator and not getting in at the same time. And it just made it really awkward.
Jesus, it was ongoing.
It was ongoing. Yeah.
Did they party the following night?
No, they didn't because we ended up calling reception and they had to call them and say, now look,
You were the Karens.
there's someone having a tumour removed next week.
Oh, did you bring your
the
surgery
tumour
into
is
it?
the greatest gift. Yes. I'm
Hi.
getting a tumour removed.
I'm Nicky Osborne. You might know me as the funny one from the radio, but some things aren't a laughing matter,
No.
like manky mouth syndrome.
And sleep deprivation
Yes.
combined.
Yes. You know,
They turn more people to Karens than any other
well, this is
illness.
my second Karen crime in a month because I yelled at the people who pulled down the trees.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you
Tree
did too,
gate.
yeah.
And you know what? I blame
Palmgate.
you lot because we get up too early and
We're
I'm
cranky.
tired and cranky.
We're cranky because
Yeah.
you're not sleeping enough. That's your problem.
No, I know.
Short
I'm not.
fused.
I'm so short fused. In fact, bugger the lot of you.
The Ash, Lutzi, and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
I was talking to someone recently around. I'm not sure I've ever actually, other than going to a bar, like obviously bars are pickup joints, right?
Yes.
You know, I guess if there was no such thing as picking up, bars probably wouldn't be as successful. Like Friday nights, you know, it's atmosphere and you go there with your mates and everything, but there's an element of that also if you're a single dude or a single girl that you want to meet.
Step out.
Meet whatever you're interested in.
Yeah.
You know.
That's where you go and say, hey, I'm
Hey, what's going
available.
on? You know, traditionally, that's where I guess a lot of relationships started these days. I think it's majority online, isn't it? I think there's some stat now around 60 or 70% on dating apps.
That's
Easily.
crazy.
Easily, I reckon.
Instagram and Facebook and things like that.
That would never work for me.
But have you ever taken into your own, or do you remember back in the day, did you take things into your own hands to try and meet a guy by going somewhere? And the reason I ask is somehow I was reminded last week of
No, not take someone, but go
somewhere
to meet someone.
And I had a friend back in the day, a girl, who I remember her saying for a couple of weeks, she was going, I don't know, all of a sudden I just got the hots for pilots. Like plane pilots, guys that fly planes.
Where do you go to find them aside from...
And I was like, well, that's, you know, unless you're flying a lot, that's, you know, even then you can't really access, you know, you might get a second.
We
Can I go up to the
find out their
cockpit? Blah,
hotels.
blah, 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 blah. But this girl used to just literally go to the airport, go through security and sit in the seats at the gates.
Are you serious?
And literally wait for the pilots to come off and then walk with them to the baggage carousel
And introduce
herself and say, hey, would you like to go on a date? And she literally started dating a Virgin pilot.
Yeah, I'm not.
Really?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Well, she had
Like, that's a
eyes
lot
on the
of fun.
prize.
Well, I've never had someone
kinda
come
loved
out of
it,
the blue.
mate.
I'll tip my hat to her for having the courage to do it. Like it's like
Why
she
does
has
she
to,
like pilots? Is it
I don't know.
because she
It was-
wants a man but doesn't want him around that often?
I think it was more of a sexy time thing. Just was into it.
Oh, how fascinating.
She liked the idea of it, and she ended up with a pilot.
And plus, then, you know, pilots, if you were dating a pilot, you get some nice little, you know,
You
might
get cheap flights.
cheap flights or whatever, that's blah, blah, blah.
That's true.
So, I mean, it was just a thing. And it worked. You know, they went out for a year or something and then blah, blah, blah. But I just thought that was excellent. I'm not,
I reckon-
13,
I reckon-
24, 10, if that's something that you've done,
What?
like specifically.
What, gone to the airport?
Well,
Or
just specifically, you know, if you like plumbers, you hang out outside toilets. I don't know, like whatever.
I don't even have a manky
I wouldn't
mouth. I just
suggest
like
that.
surgeons.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm upgrading. Sorry, Jeremy.
So maybe if you're like a doctor, maybe you go and hang out at a hospital, mate, from the finish their shit. I don't know.
Just make up ailments.
Whatever it is. Or footballers, I guess. You go hang outside Bishop Park change rooms.
Well, no thanks. But the gym, man. The gym is like a perfect place.
I feel like
reckon.
that is the new nightclub. I really do.
I couldn't think of anything worse. I want to go to the gym by myself, and I'd preferably, I'll talk to Darren, the owner at Function Well, and Mucky there a bit. But I don't want it. I don't want it as a social hub. That's not how I want to go to the gym.
Yeah, well,
I'd rather sit in the sauna by myself.
Yeah, well, I just see it would be a good opportunity to meet people.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? That's true.
If you joined up one of those classes or something like that,
Function Will have those weekends.
Over time, you'd start saying hello to someone.
The triathlons, that sort of stuff. And there's a community base there, a healthy community.
Yeah.
Fit people.
And you've got that in common. Like straight away, you'd know that you'd go, okay, well, we both have...
fitness in common.
Yeah, exactly.
And tight butts.
Yeah, so 13, 24, 10. If you've
library
specifically went somewhere thinking I want to meet someone there,
thoughtful and pensive and so existentially bored
and can't afford their own books. Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Debbie, how did you pick up, or how did someone pick up?
Well, I went to hotel school, and that's where I met my husband. And when I was busy, when I was doing my 3 years there were quite a few girls in my year and in the year above me that we all got married to someone we met at hotel school.
Sorry, where were you, Debbie?
Hotel school.
What's
so like hospitality school maybe.
Oh, hospitality school.
Yeah, it's an in-house traineeship, so we used to work in hotels in South Africa, and you did a 3-year course through it, but we generally work. So you work 24/7 basically, and you hung out with those people, so you got to know them.
Oh, well, then what, 10 people in your class got married?
Yeah, in my year and the year above me, 10 of us all got married to someone that we had done our apprenticeship with.
Those relationships will last too, because the men know how to clean a toilet.
Yeah, and make the bed.
And make the bed. Are they all enduring?
And cook.
Are they all still together?
Sorry?
Is everyone still together?
I think majority of us are. I think only 1 or 2 might have gone divorced by now.
Well, that's better than the average, isn't it?
It's way better.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Then we got Candice.
So it wasn't me. Years ago, I used to work for a law firm in the city, and one of the solicitors that I was working for at the time decided that she was going to start studying nursing because she was adamant that she had to meet a doctor and get married to a doctor.
Okay, I've seen this happen. My friend did this, yes.
She used to sneak off during the day to go to her lectures when she was supposed to be working to study her nursing degree.
Is that right? You know what's interesting there, Candice, is Lockie just came in and showed one of those moving graphs about, since the 1930s, what percentage of people met through what industries. And in 2012, online took over everything else and is now like at 60%. But university, which I would have thought would have been still a pretty solid way to pick up, it was like almost off the entire chart. It was like
under 2%.
Under 2% was university
what
these
was
days.
it at?
Well, it was sitting at what was it, 15?
It was middle.
Yeah.
It was kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
And it dropped down to church. Like they were both like 2%.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
well, she was on the money then, I guess.
Yeah.
Back in the day, yeah.
So did she end up with the doctor?
Look, I was only temping, so I left before I knew the outcome. But knowing what she was like, I would be very surprised if she didn't end up with a doctor. She was pretty determined.
That's exactly. And the girl I knew, same with the pilot. I said, I bet you do, and she did. Yeah, she got there.
Yeah.
I'd be the worst person married to a doctor. Every ache, every pain, every rash. I'd be like, does that look bigger? Does that look different? Has that spot changed? I'd just be the biggest pain in the bum ever.
You got your own personal Google on hand all the time.
Exactly. But
you'd probably learn to forge the signature too and give yourself a little prescription.
Yeah, a little prescription, a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Perks,
Or am I projecting here?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.